Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Feli, and for today's video we are going to be making these high-waisted shorts, and I'm actually excited about this video because I had so much fun making it. So I hope you're going to enjoy it, and also I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much and I appreciate it a lot. Anyway, let's just get into the video. For today's video we are going to be making a short, and I'm going to be using this robin, which is 100% acrylic, and it's the small robin. Let me show you this one. So I always join them together and make them two so that they can be a little bit thick. When I was undoing the short, I decided I'm not going to undo the band because I'm not about to repeat that part. So I'm just going to show you how to do it, and then you can do it yourself, and then we'll meet up here so that we can continue. Okay, does that sound good? Okay, so what you need to do first, oh sorry, I forgot the things that I'm going to be using today. First of all, I'm going to be using my hook, which is 3.5mm hook. I hope you can see that. So 3.5mm hook, and this is what we're going to be using today. Of course, you're going to need some scissors, and you're going to need some stitch markers, and you're definitely going to need a tape measure and the yarn, of course. So the first thing you're going to do to make this band is, so we are making this band, you make a slip knot like that, and then you insert your hook in there and make a chain of 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, like that. This is what you're going to be working with. After that, you're going to chain 2 more. These are going to act like the foundation of the first row. Then you're going to wrap yarn around your hook and go into the third stitch. So 1, 2 and 3. Go into the third stitch, wrap yarn around your hook. You have 3 loops on your hook, and then wrap yarn around your hook and go through all 3 like that. So that is a half double crochet. So we're going to be using a half double crochet to make the band, the waistband, but the rest of the short we're going to be using a double crochet. That is why I picked a smaller hook, so that when I do the double crochets for the short, they cannot be see-through. I hope you get. When you use a smaller hook, the spaces are going to be small. When you use a bigger hook, the spaces are going to be bigger. So I'm using a smaller hook because I didn't want to use a half double crochet on my short. I just wanted to use it on my band, on the waistband. So do half double crochets all the way until the end. Now you're on your last stitch, make a half double crochet, and that is how your row 1 is going to look like. So for row 2, we're just going to chain up 2 and then turn your work around, and then instead of going inside the normal the two stitches that we normally do when we're doing a half double crochet, we're going to be inserting our hook on the back loops only. So normally we use this is the front loop and this is the back loop, so we usually go through both of them like that. So this time around we're going to just be doing the back loops, the one on the far end from your hook. We're going to be inserting our hook right there, and then that is going to make this this pattern, okay, when you use the back loop. So we're going to be using the back loop. So insert your hook in the back loop and continue making half double crochets all the way until you get to the end. So once you get to the last stitch, this is what I do so that I don't end up with rough edges. I wrap my yarn around my hook and then I go into these instead of going through the back loop, and this only applies to the last stitch, not the first one, the last one. So instead of going through the back loop on the last one, I always go through both of them like the normal way. Now we do the double crochet, so I go through the front and the back together like that, and then I end up with that, and that is only to the last stitch, okay, not the first one. So when you chain 2 to go to the next row, you're not going to do that, because now this is going to be your first stitch, this is going to be your last stitch. So you're going to continue working through the back loops until you get to the end. And now we are on the last stitch. Now this the last one, you're not going to do the normal back loop, you're going to go through both of them, the front and the back loops, so that you don't end up with rough edges. So you're going to repeat this, chain 2, turn around, and this is going to be your first stitch. So you don't go through both loops, go through the back loop only, go through the back loop only, and then when you get to the end, go through both, okay. So you're just doing that to the last stitch. When you turn around, the one you worked last becomes your first stitch. So don't do that on the first stitch, do it on the last stitch. So continue working half double crochets until you get your desired length. So what you do is take your high waist measurements, and mine goes all the way to 27. My high waist is 27. So I didn't make a chain long enough. I didn't make the waistband to be 27. I made it to be 23. And the reason I did that is because when I stretch it out, it goes all the way to 27. Okay. So what you need to do is just continue making your band until it gets to almost your size, and then try stretching it out. If it gets to your waist length, you can stop there. I hope you get what I'm saying. When it's not stretched out, it doesn't get to exactly your measurements of your high waist. So mine is 27. I made a 23 long band because when I stretch it out, it goes all the way to 27. Okay, so make one that fits you exactly when it's stretched out, not when it's not stretched out, because now when you do that, when you wear it, it's going to stretch and then it's going to be bigger. So if I made a 27, it's going to end up around 31, and that is not my waist length. I need it to be 27. So do that, and then we'll meet after that. Okay, so I did a couple of rows, and so when you stretch it out, what I meant is when you stretch it out, just see where it goes, where it gets. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to attach these two together. So I just take not the side that I just completed, I take the other side that I did first, and then I go into that loop, and then I go out of it, okay, like that, and then I stitch one, I make one stitch, and then go to the next one like that, still working on the back loops like that. So continue joining them together and then when you're done, we'll meet up right here, and then I'll show you what I did next. Okay, so once you're done slip stitching all the way, joining the two together, just turn your work around like that, and then now you're going to work on this side. Okay, so what you're going to do on this side is, first of all, just make a chain 2 like that. So what you're going to do next is, you see this bridge, and then there are the 2 half double crochets, and then there's a bridge, and then there are 2 half double crochets, and then there's a bridge. So this bridge, you're going to make 1 single crochet like that, and then in the bridge, since there are 2 half double crochets, you're going to make 1 single crochet in each half double crochet like that, and then on the bridge you're going to make another single crochet like that. So you're going to be making 1 1, and then on the bridge you're going to be making 1. Okay, so 2 half double crochets equals 2 single crochets, so just make another single crochet and another single crochet, and then on that bridge just make a single crochet like that. Okay, so you continue working single crochet all around until you come back to where you started, and then I'll see you guys then with now my new with this one. Okay, so we're going to take that out, and then we're going to continue with this one. So I already did the single crochets for this band, now the one that we're working on. So what we're going to do next is just make double crochets. Now since we are working on the body, now we're going to be doing it using double crochets. And what double crochet is simply you just stitch, you make a chain of 3, you make a chain of 3, and then on that first single crochet, the first chain space that you have, you're going to wrap around your hook, and then insert your hook right there like that, and then you're going to go through 2, and then you're going to go through 2, and that is a double crochet. And then you're going to repeat this all around. So you're going to be putting 1 double crochet in every 1 single crochet space like that. So continue working your double crochets all around, and this is what you should end up with. So continue working all around until you come to this point, and then I'll see you guys when I get here. Okay, so we are coming to the end of the first row, so continue doing double crochets. And there you go, you're done. So what you're going to do is attach these 2 to make it into a ring, and you're going to count 3. Remember the 3 stitches we did on the first stitch. So you're going to count 3, and then you're going to attach your yarn on the third. You're going to attach your yarn on the 3rd stitch like that, and then you're going to chain 3. And then you're going to start working on that first stitch after the chain 3. Okay, so you're going to do a double crochet on that one. I know some people don't put the double crochet on the first stitch after the chain 3, but that is just how I do it. Everyone has their own way of doing it. This is my version, the way I do it. This is just how I do it. So make sure, if you're following my tutorial, just make sure you do the first chain space, the first space that you find. Okay, put a double crochet there, and then continue putting double crochets. So put a double crochet in the first stitch, and then continue doing double crochets all around until you come back to this point, and then attach. And then I'm going to see you on row 3, because that is where we do something different. Okay, so you're done with the 2 rows of double crochet. On the 3rd row, we're going to do something a little bit different. Okay, so because we know the short, as you continue crocheting, it has to expand because of your hips and all that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start increasing, and this is how I do it. So chain up 3 and then start on that first stitch from the chain 3, and then do 10 double crochets. So 1, counting the chain 3. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So those are 10 double crochets, and then on the 11th one you're going to make 2 double crochets on the same stitch. So you're going to put 2 double crochets in one stitch, the 11th stitch. Okay, like that. So you make 10, and then on the 11th stitch you make 2 double crochets, and then you continue making 10 more double crochets. And 10. Okay, and then on the 11th one you're just going to make 2 double crochets on the same stitch, like that. So that is what you're going to do for this for the 3rd row. Seven, 8, 9, 10, and then on the 11th one we're going to just do the same, to repeat the same process, like that. You make 2 double crochets on that 11th stitch. Okay, so repeat that, and then I'll meet you guys once I get here. Okay, so we are back, and this is what I have right now. I went ahead and did 16 rows. I did 4 increases, and then I did 2 more rows. So my 4 increases end up to here, because we were doing a combination of 3, right? 2 normal rows, 1 increase, 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 like that. And now we're just going to separate. Now this is the part we're going to separate the legs and my stitches. So you have to find the middle of your work. Okay, you're going to find the middle, and my stitches are 152, and half of that is, wait, what is half of that? I'm not good at math. I think half of that is 76. So I'm going to count from here. So I don't want this line to be at the middle, I want it to be on the side. So this is going to stay like that, and I'm going to count 76. I'm going to count half of the 76, sorry. So I'm going to count half of 76 this way, and then half of 76 this way, so that I can find the middle. And then I'm going to use my stitch markers, and I am going to mark the middle. Also, let me show you the size that I made. So it stretches all the way to around 15 and a half, right? So when I stretch it out, it goes all the way to 18, 19, and you can stretch out to 19 actually, so that gives you an estimate of 38, and my size is 37, so as you can see it's going to fit me nicely. So now I'm going to be separating it, and then I'll see you guys once I'm done putting the stitch markers. Okay, so go ahead and do your stitch markers too, and then I'll meet you guys after that. So I went ahead and did the middle, so this is where the middle is, and I did 38. I counted 38 stitches this way and 38 stitches this way, and the rest are 38, and as you can see this is the middle. As you can see, that goes all the way to the middle. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start making double crochets the same way we were doing them before. We're going to continue doing double crochets. Oh man. So do double crochets until you get to this stitch marker. So once you get to the stitch marker, remove your stitch marker and make a double crochet there. And then now we are going to make a bridge that is going to connect to this other side. So for a size small, I make 12 stitches. For size medium, I make 14. So we are going to be making 14 stitches. I mean a chain of 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And then this, we are going to connect it to this other side where the green stitch marker is. So just remove the stitch marker. Just remove the stitch marker, and then you can connect these two together like that using a slip stitch. And then now you have to separate working areas. So we're going to start working on this side first, and then we're going to go on this other side. So whatever we're going to do on this side, we're going to do on this side. Okay, so just turn your work around. Since we're starting on this side, let's first finish this leg first, and then you're just going to continue working double crochets after your chain, after your bridge. You're just going to continue doing double crochets. Like that. So just finish up the row until you get to this point, and then I'll see you guys then. So now this is what we have for our first row of the one side of the short. I know right now it's looking a little bit messy right here, but we're going to fix that. So this other row, you're just going to continue doing whatever you've been doing. So chain up 3, and then you're going to continue working double crochets, starting with the first stitch after the chain 3, and then you're going to continue placing a double crochet in every stitch. You're going to work double crochets all the way until you get to where this bridge is, and I'll see you guys once I get there. Okay, so we are almost to where our bridge is. And there we go, here is our bridge. So we are going to make double crochets along this bridge. So you're going to place double crochet in every stitch on this side of the side that we're working on. Okay, this is actually very hard to do because you have to be very careful, because we're only making on one side, so you don't want to put it in the middle of the chain because that is not going to work well. So just be careful with it. And then our last one. There we go. So we're going to count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. The same number that we did the chain. So now after that you're going to continue on this other side, and you're going to place a double crochet on the first stitch like that, and then you're going to continue working double crochets. Now you're going to continue working double crochets all the way, and as you can see, now it has separated. Now you can work your rounds very nicely. Now you're going to work as many rows as you want. Mine for this short, I am going to make it not a booty short, just a little bit longer than a booty short, and then I'll tell you guys how many rows I'm going to do, because now that we have this, you can continue from there. I don't have to show you how to do the rest of it because it's just repeating the same thing over and over again. So now continue working your rounds. I'll see how many rows I'm going to do, and then I'll tell you once I'm back. But that is basically it. Just continue working your rounds, and then I'll see you in a few. Okay, and we are back. So I went ahead and I did 9 rows from this point: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I'm not sure. I was thinking, I'm still debating. That's why I have I'm still debating on whether I want to do anything at the bottom. I'm not sure. You know what, we'll figure that out later. And for now, we're going to do what we did on this side to this other side. So we're just basically going to continue doing rows all round. So we're going to do 9 rows also on this other side. I don't think I'm going to do anything here because I really wanted you to just be a short, nothing extra or anything like that, but we'll see. I'm still not 100%, but we'll see when I'm done with this other side if I'll be interested in doing anything extra. Anyway, so just go ahead and do double crochets all around for 9 rows, or for more if you're doing more, or if you're doing less, it's up to you. Personally, I wanted it to be more of between a booty short and a short, just at the middle, just right below your bum bum, if that does make sense. I didn't want it to be above, and I didn't want it to be too long. I just wanted it to be a decent length. And yeah, so I'm going to do the same thing on this other side, and then I'll see you guys in a few to show you the results of the shot. See you guys in a few. So I made this strand because even though my waist is going to fit me perfectly, I know that if you used the style that I taught you, it's going to fit you perfectly. But I'm not saying I'm perfect. So when you're putting it on, it might expand a little bit, and maybe you might not like the way it looks on you. You would wish it was tighter. So you can make this totally up to you. You can make this so that you can adjust it yourself, but I don't know, I'll let you know how mine goes. But I have a good feeling that it's going to fit perfectly because I've used this technique a few times, and mine always fits perfectly even without this adjusting strand. But you can totally put it on. I'm going to put on mine. I'm going to put this one over here. So yes, that is the whole video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this video or any other video that you've watched on my channel, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I appreciate all of you guys, everyone who has been subscribing to my channel, everyone who has been watching my videos. Seriously, you guys, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you all, and may God bless you. And